Hey kids, it's your old pal Mr. Sketchy. I'm coming to you today from up on a roof. I came up here to take a little nap, 'cause I keep getting hassled during my naps. I don't like to have a little outdoor nap in the afternoon when I get the chance. I was feeling real sleepy. So I settled down and I heard a commotion. I got up. Some kids were stealing my ladder, and I'm stuck up here. I hurled insults and threats at them, but they seem undeterred. And I don't know if they're coming back or not. I'm a little worried. It seems too high to jump down for an old man. Anyway, I figured while I'm up here, I might as well do a little sketching demonstration. So get ready, because we're going to get started.
Alright, today we're going to be drawing facial proportions. So we're just drawing kind of a neutral basic head. We're going to start by drawing a circle. I'm carefully drawing a circle as circly as I can make it. I want to, make it pretty nice and big, but I want to leave a little space underneath for the rest of the head. Now I'm checking my circle to make sure that it's the same way, height and width wise. Just checking to make sure it's consistent. And mine checked out. If yours doesn't, you can adjust it. That's okay. And I want to find half of the circle. So I'm using my pencil to do a little measurement to find the halfway point in the circle here. It's right about there. And you just keep adjusting how much pencil you have pinched off until you get like half the circle's width. That's what you need. And then you go that distance down to make the mark where the chin's going to be. So the circle should be 2 times as big as the distance from the bottom of the circle to the chin. Now I'm trying to find the halfway point again, because I want to make a center line for my face. The center line is mostly to keep things symmetrical, so you can use the line and see whether things are symmetrical on both sides. So now I'm going to draw my center line going down from top to bottom, just bisecting the whole thing. Now I'm going to add the jawline here. This is the chin. So the jaw is divided into 5 segments. You got a chin segment, you got this sideways jaw segment, and then you got a downwards jaw segment. And they connect together. When you're drawing a person, you want to see how big each of these segments are and what angle they're at. For today, though, just try to match what I'm doing or just invent. It doesn't really matter a whole lot. But I do want to try to keep them symmetrical relative to both sides of that center line. Alright, so that's a pretty decent head shape to start. I'm going to erase out the bottom half of this circle because I don't need it anymore. And now I've got a head shape with a center line established. So now what I want to do is find the halfway point on my head shape. So I'm using my pencil measuring technique again. Checking to make sure I have the halfway point. And then at that halfway point, I'm going to put a horizontal line. This line is going to represent the eye level. The eyes are about halfway down the face from the top of the head down to the chin. Now, a lot of people draw them up too high because it seems like they're higher than that. But in reality, they're at about the halfway mark. Now I'm finding the halfway point between the eye line, the eye level, and the chin, and that's going to be where the bottom of the nose is. And then I find the halfway point again between there, and that's where the bottom of the mouth is going to be. Now that's the bottom of the bottom lip. If you make that the center of the mouth, it's going to be real messed up. We'll get back to that. Now what I have to do is divide this eye line into 5 equal segments. So I find this to be the trickiest part of getting facial proportions, because dividing something into fifths visually is tricky. My brain can do halves, it can even do quarters and thirds, but it struggles a little with fifths. I find it easier if you kind of do the center segment first and then adjust from there. So what I got here is just about right. I'm going to adjust it just a little bit though. I'll make the center segment a little bit smaller, and then make the right hand segment a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to bring the side of the face out just a little bit. Just a little, just about there. On this side, it worked a little bit better. I don't have as much adjustment to do. We'll make it slightly wider, but not much. Alright, so now we should have everything pretty well spaced out for width. So each of these segments represents one eye width. So we're going to use them to guide our eyes, but also the nose is going to be one eye width. So we want to go straight down on that middle segment, and we're just going to mark where the sides of the nose are going to be. And now we have everything pretty much planned out here, so we can actually start doing the drawing part. So now I'm going to draw in the eye. Again, we want to divide this curve into 3 segments. And then the bottom curve we want to divide into 2. And I'm going to erase out this line. And now right up above the eyelid here, I'm going to draw that crease. This is where the skin folds into your face, I guess, when you open your eyes, because that skin has to have somewhere to go. There has to be enough to cover your eyes, so then when you open them, it's got to have somewhere to go, right? So that's what the little crease is. Okay, same drill over here. Got the 3 segments on top, 2 on the bottom, and a little crease up above where the skin folds into your face. I'm going to erase out that line again. Now I'm going to draw in my little crease. Alright, next I'm going to add kind of the brow ridge. I'm not actually going to draw eyebrows, but this is where the kind of orbital socket, the top of it is. And it kind of protrudes a little bit. It's just above that crease. There's not too much space, usually. And the eyebrow would go just above this. Or kind of along it, even. Alright, now I'm going to work on that nose. So I've got kind of these curved wings on the sides here. And again, this nose is 1 eye in width. It's the same width as an eye. Some people have wider noses, some people have narrower noses, but it's about 1 eye width. So you can adjust from there. That's kind of the starting point. Now I'm adding in a nostril. Then we have the ball of the nose coming down. And we want to try to keep everything symmetrical along the central axis there. Now I'm going to move up just a little bit from that mark where the bottom of the mouth is going to go. Oh, wait. Let me show you how to do the width of the mouth. So if I do a line going from the crossing of the eye level and the central axis, just touching the edge of the nose there, that'll be kind of the width of the mouth. So it makes kind of a little triangle that shows how wide the mouth is going to be. So that's where I can start when I draw in my mouth. Now the mouth can change width depending on the facial expression. So it changes its width quite a bit. But for sort of a neutral expression, this is a good guideline for where it should be. So again, that center line in the mouth is kind of a stretched M shape. Or maybe it kind of looks like a bird to you. And then the top one is also a stretched M. And then for the bottom one, let's erase these lines. We don't need these in here. They're not actually on your face. I'm just showing you how to position the width of the mouth there. We're also going to erase that central axis and the eye level line in a little bit. Yeah, so then the bottom portion is just 3 line segments or like a U that's basically stretched out. Something like that. Alright, so there we got our main facial features laid out. So next I'm going to show you how to attach the ears. So the ears are going to attach at the top, right at where the eye level is. That's how your glasses work, right? You got glasses that are at your eye level, and they attach to your ears. And then the bottom of the ear is like right even with the bottom of the nose, right around there. So I'm going to draw kind of one curve going about halfway down that space. And then you got that other part where the bony or the cartilage kind of pooches out of your ear a little bit. And then you got the lobe down at the bottom. And up here we got that kind of overhang there. We're just going to keep this simple for now. Same idea here. You got one curve that kind of, it's almost like a question mark shape, like the top of a question mark. And that goes down to about halfway, about half of the ear space. And you got another loop where the cartilage kind of pooches out of your ear. And then you got that earlobe down below. Some people have attached earlobes. Mr. Sketchy has unattached earlobes, so that's how I'm going to draw this guy too. But either way, I mean, if your earlobes are attached, it does not mean you are a freak or a lizard person. It's perfectly normal. It's just a genetic variation. It's fine. Don't even get self-conscious about it. One of my ears is entirely fake. The original got bitten off by an angry dog. It stole my sandwich, and then I took it back, and it bit my ear clean off my head. I had to have a prosthesis put on. Anyway, the neck's going to kind of extend down from right below the ears. If you feel right under your ears, you can feel that the neck attaches right under your ears. So that's where it attaches. But you can make it slim down by kind of coming in a little bit and then drawing that neck in. And now I'm just kind of darkening some of the lines here and just kind of fixing everything up, cleaning it up. I'll draw in an iris because I feel like he's looking kind of weird. So there's our irises. And I'll also add some pupils. Yeah, the dog took my ear clean off just for all over a sandwich. I would have let him keep it if I had known he was that hungry. I tell you what. But yeah, I got one prosthetic ear now. Alright, so then we're going to erase this center line here and the eye line level line. Because those aren't really on a face. I was just kind of showing you how to position things. I want to kind of darken this line in a little bit because I feel like it looks a little weird. I'm lifting it up a little bit closer to the iris there. Smoothing it out. You want to start with the line segments for the eyes, but you want to smooth them out in the end. You want to be kind of smooth. And clean this up. And that just about does it. Alright, that's how you do the basic facial proportions. Ta-da! So there you go. That's how you draw a proportionate face, get all the features placed properly. That's also how you draw a beautiful bald man. So, thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Oh, wow. Wasn't that a great video, kids? I don't see my ladder or those kids anywhere. I'm getting a little worried. I think I'm going to have to fashion some sort of makeshift rope to help me get down. Anyway, if you kids hear at school about anybody stealing a ladder to pull a joke on Mr. Sketchy, let me know who it was, and I will give you $5. Now remember, if you enjoyed this video, you are both contractually and morally obligated to leave Mr. Sketchy $5 in the old coffee can out behind the Applebee's under the bush. Now, I've had a lot of people who are trying to weasel out of this. I see how many views I get on YouTube, and there's not that many $5. If you watched this video, you definitely enjoyed it because it was a high quality video. And don't go telling me you did it. All right, that's ridiculous. And you know, if there was some way you didn't, which is utter horsebucky, quit watching the videos. What can I tell you? They're not for you. If you're not gonna pay for them, just quit watching them. All right. I'm sorry. supposed to be nice. All right, take care, kids. We'll see you next time on the Mr. Sketchy Show. Goodbye.